Welcome back to Wealthy Mentor Trading, everyone. Today is February 21st, 2022. Today, I'm going to be looking at four stocks that you need to watch going into next week. All four are reporting earnings. Names like Oxy, Coin, Moderna, and Baba, all reporting on Thursday this week. It is a shortened week, and what you see on your screen is the S&P 500. I'll be taking a look at that and some targets moving forward. I'm also going to be taking a look at what happened last week and where we left off. We do have some tension going on with Russia and Ukraine, and that's causing the S&P 500 to drop down even further. I do have some targets that I want to discuss on that. But before we get started, guys, if you do want to trade with us at Wealthy Mentor Trading on Discord, we do have a group called Wealthy Mentor Trading. We do have a sale right now for 2 months for 99 bucks, and that includes day trading, watch lists, swing trading, market analysis, options callouts, and the whole 9 yards. All the names that I'm discussing today are part of our swing trading watch list and our daily watch list with targets that are updated every single day. So if you are interested in trading with us, the link is in the description for that. Click the link and it should get you sorted out. As I mentioned, we do have the S&P 500 chart here, and going into this week, I did want to see that 4,500 to 4,550 break. Unfortunately, we didn't even get that far up. We got a rejection at 4,500, and this downtrend has continued right now, right? We ended the week bearish just at that 44.30 line. We did have a nice bounce here, closing around 43.50. Again, it's still bearish. I do want to see us get above 4,400. And to me, that's the main thing going into next week. The first thing is getting over 4,400. And to create that trend change that I was looking at, we need to start at least above this 44.50 area as I drawn out here in green. Now, overall, as I mentioned, we are bearish, and I am going to continue to look at this market as bearish. So right now, we do have escalation with Russia, Ukraine, and that's causing futures right now to be down 1.5%. So going into next week, I'm also going to be looking at these targets right here where we bounced off last time, right? 4,300 down to 4,250. 42.35. This is an area for me that I'm going to be closely watching. If we cannot hold that as support, as you guys can see here, we had multiple wicks representing buyers stepping in and protecting 4,300. So first things first, going into tomorrow, if 4,300 can't hold, 42.35 is the next line in the sand. And if we break that, it will be the lows for the year. And I am looking at this down here, these targets, 41.65 and 41.15 as my next two shorting opportunities if 42.35 is to break. As you guys can see, long wick here, touching that before bouncing back above 4,300, right? So going into tomorrow, that line support is 4,300 that we want to stay above at, and to create that trend change on the daily time frame, we want to see a break above 44.50. Overall, as I said, I am bearish on the markets, and as long as we have these headlines swirling about with regards to Ukraine and Russia, it can only lead to the market going lower. The market is euphoric in a sense that it is reacting on every single piece of information that's been spit out by the media. So if you are trading and you are bullish for targets to the upside, keep it simple and keep your positions to a scalp at max to the upside. To the downside, you do want to look at these close resistance area, these close support areas, as I mentioned, at that 4,300 line, right? Below that, we could definitely free fall down to that 4,200 and even 41.65, which we haven't touched in a very long time, ever since June 2021. So we are in a bearish posture. So just be aware of that. And if you want to wait this out, look for the headlines to change, and that should change the overall outlook of the market, right? As long as we get this whole Ukraine and Russia thing sorted out, after that, you can see some consistency in the market. But right now, it is a volatile time, and what the chart shows me is that we're going to go lower. All right. With that being said, I do have four names that I want to take a look at, and these four names all are reporting earnings, and three of the four names are in a downtrend. However, I'm going to spit out some targets for you guys here and some bullish and bearish ideas of where these stocks might add up, right? So the first one on the list is Baba, BABA, Alibaba. And here we are on the daily time frame. This is one of those names that has also been on a downtrend, right? Ever since its highs above $200+ we have been trending downwards, and it's been a free fall. Um, it's continued its downtrend ever since October 2021, being down 62%. Analysts have lowered their price targets all the way to 180, which was a major cut from the 200 plus that they were expecting. Um, Right now, we do have this overhead resistance at that 130 line, and that is the elephant in the room, right? So we haven't been able to break this for about 3 months, going back to last November 2021. So on an earnings push, on an earnings beat, I definitely want to see us above that 130 area for potential push to that 158 zone, where there is a gap fill right here. So if we are bullish on earnings, the first thing that I want to take a look at is that 130 line for a potential break up and push higher to that 158 zone. Now, to the downside, we also do have that 108.50 line. It has held for clear support for the past 3 months. So we are in a channel right here, pretty much in a no trade zone. So earnings is the perfect catalyst for this thing to move high or move low, and it's going to be pretty violent in terms of its price movement. So definitely look above 130 for call options if you are speculating for the price to go up, and if you're looking for the price to go down, look for that 108 area as an area of support. If that does break, I am looking at targets of 102 and below. As I said, we have been in a standstill for 3 months now, and on an earnings bomb, I am looking for that 108, 102 area to get hit once more. But overall, this stock is bearish and it is currently in a downtrend. So keep aware of that if you are speculating on options calls. Definitely look above that 130 line for a break above that. All right. So that's my views on BABA, and that is on the daily time frame. Okay, the next one, Moderna, MRNA, also reporting earnings on Thursday. And as you guys can see here on the daily time frame, Moderna is one of those names with the whole vaccine and the COVID cure, I guess you could say, and the booster shots. And we hit a high pretty much of $500, and we have been trending lower ever since August, right? August 2021 was the highs, and we have been in a staircase pattern. Here's the top right here, the next top right here, the third top right here, and free falling all the way down to that 138 support zone. Now, overall, Moderna, on a fundamental standpoint, the FDA is considering authorizing a fourth dose of COVID-19 vaccine later this year. So that is a catalyst for this name, Moderna, to move higher. But from a technical standpoint, we have been trending lower. We have been rejected at that 177.50 area a few times now. We are on a daily time frame, right? We also have been pushing down to that 138 line where we have held support on multiple days. So going into earnings, us already being down 43% year to date, I am looking for a break above that 156.50 area for a potential push all the way to that 177.50 area on a beat. Now, on a earnings bomb and say we miss, I am looking for that 138 area to break and head down to that 117 area where we hit last time back on March 2021. So it's been a long time since we hit these levels. So I'm looking for a retest of that 117 line if we do bomb on earnings. Overall, Moderna is one of those names that's pretty volatile in terms of it feeds off information, and during this times of market uncertainty and lockdowns and protests, names like Moderna are something that you should closely watch because moves could be really quick to the upside, and it could definitely push and break through strong resistance areas that normally you would not see in any other name, right? So going again back to earnings, I am looking for a break above that 156.50 area to test this 177.50 area where we were rejected back on February the 1st. If that does break, we also have 193.5, which to me is that point of a mini trend change, right? Below here, we're testing these areas back on June, the bottom of it. So previous support now turns to resistance. So look for that 175, 177.50 area to break to retest that 193.50 area where we do have strong resistance overhead. Okay. As I said, they are reporting earnings on Thursday and they are in a downtrend. So keep that in mind if you are an options trader. We also do trade Moderna at Wealthy Mentor Trading on our daily watch list, and we do keep our members apprised of those targets on the day-to-day basis. Okay. Another name that I wanted to talk about is Coinbase. Coinbase is one of those names that is closely correlated to Bitcoin. And as you guys know, right now, Bitcoin is below $40,000. And anytime when Bitcoin and cryptocurrency goes down, Coinbase is one of those area stocks where it correlates to Bitcoin, right? We are down 18% year to date, and we are trading well below the IPO level. So keep that in mind if you are investing in Coinbase. Now, fundamentally, Coinbase has been advertising during the Super Bowl, if you guys caught that, giving pretty much cryptocurrency further exposure, which has increased the app downloads in the Apple Store and Google up to 309% week over week. So those are big numbers. And usually if you were to see a figure like that on any other name, you would see that name pop, right? On a Monday or a Tuesday when the stock market's open, you would see a pop and some action. But like I said, Coinbase is so closely correlated to cryptocurrency. Anytime you see Bitcoin down, you pretty much are going to see Coinbase also follow with that. And with the tension going on around the world, cryptocurrency is also taking a hit. So keep Coinbase in mind if you're trading during earnings. As I said, we are down 18% year to date. We are trading below IPO levels. And if you look at the current chart right now, we have been fighting this 218 resistance point, and we have been trending below that, right? So on an earnings beat, I am looking for a break above 218 for a potential target of 246 to retest this area right here, where we were in a specific small channel right here, breaking to the upside, but pretty much coming back down to test this 218 area, right? So 218 was a strong area of support before it broke, and we did go down to 162. So a strong area of support on a break now turns to resistance. So I am looking for a break above 218 on an earnings beat for a potential target of 246 to take profit at this area. Now to the downside, if we cannot hold 180 on an earnings fail, a bomb, we could potentially test 162 and even lower as we are in price discovery on coin because we are below the IPO levels that was currently set last year on Coinbase. As I said, we are in a downtrend, down 18%. We have earnings on Thursday, but it could be overshadowed by the market conditions. So keep this name in mind moving forward. Okay. And another name that I want to discuss, and this is actually the opposite of what's happening right now, and this name is Oxy, OXY. Now, Oxy, I am going to switch over here to the weekly time frame to give you guys a bigger picture. As you guys can see, Oxy, called Occidental Petroleum, it's an oil stock. And during this time of market tension, war with Ukraine, Russia, escalations, names like Oxy are going to feed off that, right? Oil is at a crazy price right now. If you're going out to fill your car with gas, it's absolutely insane. So energy stocks are going to feed off this thing and move higher. And as you can see here from petroleum, Oxy Petroleum, it has bounced off those COVID lows of $8.50, and we have been moving higher. We recently got rejected at $43. It has been up 50% year to date and has posted some nice gains day after day and week after week. So it's definitely one of those names you should be watching. They are reporting earnings on Thursday. And, it's going to thrive off those overseas tensions with Russia and Ukraine, right? Causing oil prices to spike higher and rocket higher. So it's definitely one of those names you should be paying attention to, not just because earnings are coming up, but overall market conditions, right? So on an earnings beat, I am looking for that $43 area to break for potential push to $48 to test this peak right here back on January the 30th, 2020. Right? It's been a long time, right? This is 2020 test. So if we break 43, I am looking to retest those January 2020 highs. And if that does break, my next target right here in green is that $54 line. And again, that was set back on July 2019. So we are at an area where we haven't tested in such a long time, and this is mostly due because the tension that's going on overseas. So it is a momentum play. So look for those areas to get hit on an earnings beat. Now, on an earnings fail, and let's just say we bomb on earnings, the numbers are terrible. I do have this area right here at that $33 line, which was previous resistance, now turns to support. So we had a hard time breaking it here on a few occasions, right? Had a little fake out here, and we finally broke through. Now, if we cannot break 43 and we get a rejection right here and we got an earnings bomb, we could potentially test this $33 area as support this time. And if that does break, 24.50 is my target area on an earnings fail. All right. So Oxy is one name that is on an uphill, while names like Coinbase, Moderna, and Baba are all on a downhill. So it is a shortened week, so keep these four names in mind. Again, Oxy thrives off market conditions. Coin is one of those names that's on a decline below IPO levels and is correlated to Bitcoin. Moderna talks about the FDA considering authorizing a fourth dose of COVID, right? 19 booster shot. So that could potentially move it higher. And also the fact that there is scarcity in the markets right now and continued lockdowns, it could definitely push Moderna higher. So it is one of those momentum plays I need to look at. Baba has been trending lower for such a long time, down 62% ever since October 2021. So definitely look at those four names, all reporting earnings on Thursday. All right, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for joining the market stream. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.